the wonderful, delightful entertainment reporter. You've seen her stuff in Rolling Stone. Stuff Magazine, that might have been where I met her. Time Out New York, Star Magazine, Penthouse. Woo! Unfortunately, not like that. WWD. What is more daily, right? Houston Cable News, Sirius XM. She's been a model, Pilates instructor, a health coach. All things I don't think are real. I don't even believe in health. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha goddamn Judge is back. How are you, darling?
Good, how are you?
It is so good to have you back again. By the way, I assume this place must have changed a lot since you've left.
Oh my God, there's so much more trash.
Thank you.
Thank
you for noticing.
Not trash.
Love our trash.
Valued gifts from our fan, maybe plural form?
Oh, I meant fan trash.
Thank you. That's the appropriate term. Well, how are you?
I'm great.
Last time I saw you, you were making friends with an Uber driver.
I really was.
So what happened?
So
Not my fault, by the way.
No,
I don't
you
want
go.
people to
You
think
go.
I'm
You
getting
go.
hot ladies loaded in New
Do
York.
not eat dinner. That's usually my
no.
problem.
Okay, so I had a burger.
Okay.
I went for it. I was
Okay.
like, I know I'm going out. I'm gonna have a burger, and then I think I had like a emotional day.
Okay.
And so I was just
Yeah.
dealing with that, and then I had the burger, and then I just drank a lot more than I ever freaking should.
Yeah.
And it was, I saw Bill for like 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
I was like, I've got to leave right now.
Yes.
And I threw up
Well, you know what? It's funny. You know what it reminded me of? Because we haven't gone out in a long time.
because I don't go out.
She's one of those types of people that when she gets drunk, she doesn't slur.
Nope.
The eyes aren't exactly cloudy, but all non sequiturs. So so she's speaking in perfect English to me, but there's no linear thing going on here. And then she'd give me that look like, how are you not paying attention to this? But it is.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm using big words. I'm looping you in.
I started.
It's really
I'm like,
bad.
am I drunk?
No, it's really bad. I think
But she's just like, but the 3 weeks ago, Santa Claus, and then Fred. Wait, are you not listening with how Fred in the wheel? And I'm like,
basically I'm an idiot, and it just comes out more when I'm drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, they say what? A drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts. So do you think that way too?
I do, actually.
like that.
I'm in a constant state of stay on topic. Please try to stay on topic. But then I got into an Uber, and the Uber was like, you're a model. And I was like, we're in love. And
Oh my God.
and that was like
It was
a
a
whole
linear
other
thing you said that night.
situation. Yeah. So then we got married. I got home. Quickie divorce. It was really great. We didn't consummate our relationship, so it didn't even count.
Well,
that's
who
because-
has the time? Slate.com. My favorite. What is a slate?
It's like a pavement thing that
also
they
like-
do. Website
My favorite
wise.
material.
Yeah, there you go.
Single moms get dinged for dating around. They shouldn't! Exclamation mark. I was told
need to say the punch.
I'd hurt my family with a revolving door of men, but it's been great. 4 years ago, I packed my Jeep with baby implements, bundled up my 11-week-old, said goodbye to my dogs, and left my husband in the middle of the night. I heard the phrase a revolving door of men to describe women who date freely post-divorce and knew to avoid that, even though my ex would probably not be held to the same standard. But dating post-divorce changed my perspective on how these relationships affect my daughter and me. I now believe that single moms who date men should embrace the revolving door mentality, balking single mom stereotypes, and welcoming the benefits that dating freely can bring to their family. There's an idea that men can't be alone, so their dating is seen as more forgivable.
I
Researchers.
never heard that one. Men can't be alone.
No, it's just like, the man needs help. The man needs help with the kids and the home,
Okay,
and
gotcha.
he needs to be fed and clothed. Researchers surmise that single dads in these situations are seen as admirable, while single moms are seen as failing in their roles as mothers. These moms were somehow implicitly at fault for not keeping their families together in the first place. Single moms are 40% less likely to repartner after divorce than their childless counterparts, and are also less likely to repartner than single dads are. I do wish it didn't say who this person was.
It's the person that stock photo.
The first person
her.
account of the revolving door. But they do say the revolving door
It's the person who wrote it.
has been good for my daughter. She benefits from my dating because the work required by each new relationship reveals a more evolved mom for her, a more self-aware, compassionate, empathetic mom that she wouldn't have if I had settled down immediately. Interesting.
I love the stock photos. I'm just getting lost in that. That woman had no idea what article that was going to go for. They just told her to prance around with this child actor. And here we are.
Yeah.
We do a whole show on stock.
They could have been selling cheese or men. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Well, Sam, what do you think about all this?
I mean, I'm a single mom. About as of like 2 years ago, and I think that I think that I'm not gonna say personally, but men definitely get a lot more accolades for not only like showing up, but also like just simply showing up, but also for dating. Like every one of like the guy friends are like, you out there yet, bro? You going, bro? I mean, I think women are like that too. Like a lot of my girlfriends are like, any date you go on, I need a play-by-play. Feel free to put on any sort of recording device during the date. Like, let me in.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm happy to oblige, but it's definitely different. I mean, I think whenever women first become single, they're like, well, first of all, it's a completely different landscape than it was 10, 15 years ago.
That interests me.
So there's a lot of growing pains. Like, you're like, do I text or like not? And like, should I date a friend? Like, it's a lot of pressure and it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's probably what
It is a sea change. You're absolutely right.
Completely different. I mean, and then like the apps, I'm like, so you're gonna judge me on like my MySpace profile? Is that what this is? Like, that's how long it's been.
But I also think that there's just also so much deception, unfortunately, involved in not only dating, but public personas. What you put on social media is only just a sliver of who you are. And then on dates or whatever, you're like, well, what version of myself do I want to be? Or what version of me does this person think I am? So I should show up as that.
Right.
And it's not coming from an authentic place, which is never the start of a good relationship if that is what you're looking for. So I think that's why so many people are met with disappointment through the whole dating process, because it's just not honest.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that especially for single parents, they're too tired to put on a lot of different personas.
Yeah.
But I also think that, you know, you don't know if you should talk about your like as a woman, should you bring up your children? Because you're like, is this like a thing? Like, if the person doesn't have kids, like, is this? And sometimes that's very freeing for a woman to have a whole life that's not just about her kids.
Yeah.
It's really isolating to just, you know, constantly be in like the baby mode. So I think that, I mean, it's hard to say, but you're right about having to have different lives and different like personas play out, you know? Like, if you're being a stereotypically good mother, should you be out hitting on your Uber driver?
The Uber driver hit on you.
I mean,
Until the
there was like a thing happening, but you know, it's fine.
Gotta get it.
I was really shocked he still charged me for the Uber. Isn't that was like how fucking entitled I am? Like, I got home.
Wait, but did he charge you for a cleaning fee? Because that's the real test.
Like, I got home and I checked the app and I was like, oh, $98. What a dick. I'm not gonna call him 5 stars.
Well, you have to for your own safety. You gotta give them 5s. So
Yes.
They give you a good rating.
I don't want my rating to fall. I mean, what is this?
New York Post shares this fun story about a horrified Miami woman who realized her roommate borrowed her vibrator.
Oh, yes, I love this
And it
one.
was so crazy, she had to move out. Posting under the username @ModMax with 3 X's.
I didn't see the video.
The 30-year-old pulled in more than 3.2 million views from this month's 3-part saga as she shared her version of unfortunate events she said resulted in her quickly moving out. The long and short of it, she was away with some family. She comes home. Her roommate seems surprised that she came back kind of quickly. She goes to bed. In the morning, she goes into her bedside drawer where she always keeps her vibrator. It is not there. She then checks in the roommate's room. When the roommate isn't there, she finds it. She calls her parents. She tells her parents about it, and they come and help her move out quickly. She wasn't technically on the lease, so she was able to just leave.
Story of my life.
Meanwhile, the roommate, who is a law student, claimed that you framed me. I've been thinking about it, and you put it in my room because you wanted to break the lease early, said the roommate. I'm sorry, in what world is someone like, you know what, I want to move out? The easiest way to do it is to take my vibrator, put it in their room, then find it and call my parents. Like, no one.
Again, what a well-layered story, you guys. Really bringing things to the front here.
That is horrifying to me. I've had my share of weird roommate interactions,
Oh, yeah.
but this would be... I understand not wanting to directly confront the person, because that is like a layer of psycho in my mind, to use another person's intimate object, literally.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a bad scenario with a roommate in the past or a friend or anything?
I mean, I've had a lot. Yeah, like in college, I had a roommate who stole like all of my clothes, and she like her door was locked, and my sister was actually the what is it, the proctor or whatever, and she was able to key the RA. Thank you. She was able to key into her room and found all of like my clothes. Like she'd been stealing my stuff.
Oh my God.
And we got in trouble. She didn't get in trouble because my sister was the RA. Like it was like a whole thing. But I mean, I feel like they definitely would have stolen a vibrator. It was one girl. It was a 4-roommate scenario, and it was 2 situation. I mean,
that is a new level, and especially the not wire. Yeah.
But I do think, how do I approach this? I don't think there could be a conversation there that wouldn't make it that gross, but the fact that the roommate stole it is really funky.
Yeah. I don't know what the...
But he also stole it and held on to it.
Right.
You know? Like, let's say you want to use it without your roommate knowing. You put it back immediately.
Yeah.
You know?
What? It's always like, what led up to this?
Yeah.
And also, I would literally never call my parents.
Well, that's what a lot of TikTok comments were.
I mean, and be like, Mom, Dad, the vibrator that I used for my rent check last week was borrowed. It's got 3 devices on it, but that's not the point.
Yeah. Which model? Oh, it's the newest. And the purple
Mom
one.
sent me a link. Yeah. I mean, that was stolen.
No, the accommodator is a separate feature that you have to mail in for. But anyway, back to the story.
It was like a twofer, whatever.
What did your roommate steal from you? Money, pills, my vibrator.